What is good, everyone? Smash Bros. Pro 33 here, bringing another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. I'm not normally one to embrace the hacks, nor will I ever embrace the hacks, but this match had a lot of hacks. But anyway, it was a really good OU match nonetheless versus RetroMushroom, formerly known as Cool T or Tyler. And I mean, his channel got deleted and he's doing really well. I think he has more subs now than he did when he was Cool T. So that's cool for him, and hopefully he's going to do really well with that channel. Get on main again if he isn't already. And let's look at the team preview here. It's looking like the big threat here is probably going to be the Reuniclus, because I do not have anything to one-shot it. So I have to play carefully around that, especially if it is a calm mindset, which is what I would be very afraid of. And the Starmie can be an issue because it outspeeds my entire team, because I don't carry a Scarfer on this team because I just grabbed 6 random pokes and made a team out of it. And another threat could be his Landorus. I know because he had Intimidate, it is the Therian form, even though it doesn't show up, because I still have Black and White 1 for battles. I am almost done with Black and White 2 in-game, so I will start using Black and White 2 as soon as possible. So with that, let's get on with the match, shall we? So Tyler is going to lead off with his Reuniclus, as he sees that it is probably the biggest threat to my team. And I'm going to lead with my Inferno because I know I outspeed everything on his team, even if any of this Pokemon were Scarfed outside of Starmie. But who runs Scarf Starmie, seriously? So I'm going to go for U-turn and bring out my Gengar as he goes for the Trick Room, which really sucks because my Gengar can't do anything to him now. So I'm going to have to go into my Vaporeon, hopefully either A, stall out the Trick Room, or B, kill him off in the next few turns. So I'm going to have to hope for both of those, actually, because this Reuniclus is a big threat to my team. I'm just going to go for Protect just to stall out, get a little more HP, and to ensure that the next Sidekick will not KO my Vaporeon, because I am not running Special Defense Investment, obviously, because Vaporeon is normally physically defensive. I mean, if I were especially defensive, I'd be taking those hits extremely well, but I'm not. Regardless, I am going to go for the Protect this turn, just to stall out the Trick Room again. And he's just going to keep going for Sidekicks. Twisted Dimensions return to normal this turn, thankfully, as I'm able to outspeed and go for the Scald, get the Burn, which completely doesn't matter at all. And he's just going to go for the Sidekick, finish off Vaporeon. Not the biggest deal in the world. I mean, I could use it to sponge more physical hits if I wanted to, but it was the best thing to take on his Reuniclus at the time because Trick Room was up and almost everything else on my team was frail or weak to a move of his being Focus Blast or Psychic. I'm going to kill off the Reuniclus with the U-turn and go into my Gliscor. This is a special offensive Gliscor, as you'll see in a little bit. I'm going to go into my Kyurem here to take the obvious Ice Beam. And it's a good way to scout out what kind of item this Starmie is, as this one turns out to be Life Orb, which means this is a offensive spinner set. And I'm going to just go straight for the Draco Meteor, because nothing on his team is going to appreciate it, because this Kyurem is Specs. And it turns out I one-shot the Conkeldurr because of the crit. Now, I know it was going to be a 2-hit KO regardless, but the crit just sped up the process, and I'm going to be honest here, it did matter because a lot of my Pokemon were fairly Conkeldurr weak. Where he's going to make the great play, go for the Pursuit, as I decide to switch out Kyurem, because I do not want to be hitting this thing with Dracos at -2, especially if he's specially defensive. A little tongue twister there. But I am going to go for the Earthquake because Starmie switch was pretty obvious, and that actually did a lot. I mean, I'm Jolly Nature. I'm max attack, but I'm Jolly Nature, and that does quite a bit to the Starmie. Anyway, I'm going to go back out into my Kyurem as Death Fighter, as he decides to go for the Hydro Pump instead, I guess expecting Inferno to come in, if anything. Ice Beam probably would have taken it out from that range, but it really doesn't matter, because he's going to die to the Sunstorm damage, which isn't bad for me, because Kyurem was at such low health, but I'm just going to go for the Close Combat and threaten everything but his Landorus, which is something I can deal with fairly easily. So I kind of want to coax his Landorus in here, which I do, is his little Judge Cat thing. And I am going to hard switch out because I'm locked in on Close Combat and go into my Gliscor as he decides to go for the U-turn, which was the smartest play he could have gone for, because Earthquake wouldn't have done anything. Stone Edge, if he carries it, won't do anything because Gliscor has really good natural physical bulk. Anyway, Hydreigon comes in here and misses the Draco Meteor, which really sucks. Which means I can actually go for my little signature move here, which is the Sky Uppercut. Now, it's not specifically for Hydreigon, but because Rain is so prevalent and Ferrothorn is so prevalent, I figure since Fire Fang is too mainstream, wink wink, I'm going to decide to run the Sky Uppercut to hit Ferrothorn for super effective damage, which honestly, I feel can work. Now, I know since this Hydreigon is at -2, I can bring in my Gengar, set the sub with ease, and go from there. But I know Tyranitar is still an issue, but I know I can 2-hit KO this thing with the Focus Blast, which is what I'm going to try to do here. And I managed to hit the first one, which is really good for me. And I actually get a Spadef drop, which wouldn't matter in the slightest, as he decides to go for the Pursuit, which is fine by me because it's just going to take out my sub. No big deal at all. And I think a stock Pursuit, even if I didn't switch out, might take out Gengar. Even maybe a little less than full, not entirely sure, but I actually managed to hit the second Focus Blast, and I mean, it looks kind of one-sided in terms of hacks right now, but you'll see later. I'm going to end up 2-hit KOing the Tyranitar, not a big deal at all. He wasn't the biggest issue to my team. I had plenty of things to take care of it. But in comes Hydreigon, and I kind of have to leave in Gengar's Death Fodder because I don't want anything else taking a Draco, especially my Lucario, because it's kind of my little late game sweeper, if you will, with the agility. But I'm going to bring in Infernape here, just go for the U-turn, and because he might be scarfed, I don't want to risk that if he wanted to stay in and go for another Draco on my Lucario. So my safest play was to go into Infernape, U-turn, get the kill, and go out to my Lucario. And basically my plan was just to get the Ice Punch off, and if he was defensive, then I know he could take it, but if not, oh well. I mean, it's 4 times effective, but it's not stab. Not a big deal. He's just going to go for the Earthquake and kill me off. No big deal, because I have the Infernape, which should be able to take out this Landorus with the Flare Blitz, but judging by how well he took the Ice Punch, he's physically offensive Landorus, and I'm just going to go for the Flare Blitz, and because I am not adamant, I am a naive nature, or no, I'm not naive, I'm what's it called, jolly, that's what I am, but I managed to score the burn on the Landorus. I managed to live the Sandstorm damage, and he dies to burn damage. That is one of the most awkward turn of events I have seen in a game, honestly, and I don't know, just the fact that that happened, I kind of feel bad that all those things happened in conjunction, but anyway, I thought it was a really good game nonetheless, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and until next time, Smash Bros. 33, signing out.